Hello. Me. I hope you're well. You guys are well on TikTok. What's going on? Thank y'all for joining. So I know I want to get that website up and all of that. All right. So anyway, without further ado, you know I don't like to keep you guys long. It's a lot of stuff. So, all right. So if you guys are new, thank you for tuning in. I'm Shamika, and I like to be able to answer your questions. Let me give y'all a little piece of some stuff y'all may not know. So I'm going to be doing some stuff different with my show, simply because I want to make sure that I can reach as many people as possible. So not just going to be doing it for people that live in Florida. This is going to be, most of the stuff I'm going to answer for you guys are going to be for people who live anywhere. I'm also a veteran, so I'm definitely going to be giving some info for veterans this evening. Yeah, so I'm gonna go over as much as I can, but let me give y'all the gist of what is taking place. So Florida is one of the states, and I'm gonna pull the site up here in just a second. There are a couple states that are opting out of the unemployment. So I will tell you, I'm gonna try to find your state to let you guys know, to kind of put that link up so you guys can find it. So if you're on TikTok, you can look at the video that I just put up. The link is in the comments, and I'm gonna actually post it on, actually I already, can you hear me? And can you guys hear me on TikTok? I wanna know if you can or not. All right, let me see. You can't hear me at all, Dwight? Dwight says he hopes I'm on 5G Wi-Fi. Let me know if you can hear me, Dwight. If not, I'll switch to my laptop. Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rebecca. All right, I apologize. I was on the wrong Wi-Fi. Okay, thank you. Okay, you can hear me. Thank you guys on TikTok. All right, so let me go back. I don't know why this is a problem. Hey, y'all. Hope I ain't lose you guys. All right. So they asked me about the fourth stimulus, and I was just stating that there is no fourth stimulus, okay? The stimulus that you are referring to is nothing more than individuals getting payment for money they did not receive in the first place. So there is no fourth stimulus. It is really just you receiving money that you did not get in the first place. Now I will tell you what I've been seeing a lot of. So I'm just gonna tell y'all to get ready for it because it might be you. Let me bring this down some. I've seen a lot of people been getting their taxes adjusted. Okay, so do not be surprised if you get a smaller amount in your tax refund than you had anticipated. Okay, that is happening a lot. So if you find that you get a letter from the IRS, okay, if the only kind of letters you should really be getting right about now is a letter telling you that you got your stimulus, it should have been paid to you already. That should be one letter. And then the only other letter you should be getting is a letter now just letting you know that they have adjusted your income tax return. They do not give you the exact reason why. They give you like a bunch of reasons. I believe that once tax season is over now, but once it slows down a little bit, you'll be able to get people on the phone and you'll be able to ask for the specifics. You can just call and get the specifics at that time, okay? So that's just how they're doing it right now, all right? So let's see. No, I'm not in Virginia. Okay, Virginia, I'll tell you, thank you for the cute outfit. I appreciate it. Okay, all right, so let me see what you guys got over here. All right, so sorry about my little technical issues. Y'all know sometimes it's just like that. Okay, so we talked about unemployment. What else did I want to talk to y'all about? So y'all already know IRS slow as I don't know what. Y'all just gonna have to wait on your tax refunds, your stimulus checks. If you have not gotten one, there's not gonna be a whole lot more money coming because now the pandemic is slowly, I mean, it's around, but it's starting to come to an end. So things are going to be different. It's almost kind of going to go back to normal, I guess, if you could say that. So I don't know. I don't want to tell anyone they have to go and get their shot, but I will tell you that things are going to start looking different for those who have not. Okay. Some places are soon, I bet you're going to start making you wear your little federal card. It's like when you get your shot, it's on a federal form. And I know it's serious business because I read an article that said that if someone gets caught making these, it's a felony. So serious business. And I've also seen some places not allow people in. So I don't know what y'all gonna do, but y'all better think about y'all travel plans this summer. And you know, some people might not, but look, somebody already had been asking about, do you know anybody who can make the cards? And it's like, no, ain't nobody going to jail behind no dang fake COVID card. Okay, so stay away from that. All right. Okay. So the refund, you're just gonna have to keep looking it up on where's my refund and get my payment. That is pretty much it. So it says even if they amend their taxes for the PPP, won't that trigger an audit or cause them to owe taxes? So that's a good question, Shay. So I did make a video about people who got the the PPP loan, and they knew they weren't supposed to, and then now everybody's running scared and they want to know, like, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? So the video pretty much stated that if you know you got the loan and you shouldn't have, you might as well go and amend your taxes and add the amount that they put on your application on your taxes. At least you're gonna be able to pay the government, because if you're thinking you're just gonna walk away and not have to pay nothing back for this money that you took, even when it's forgiven, I think that is kind of dumb to think that, especially since the statute of limitations is like so long. It's like you can't even really be comfortable because you don't know if it's ever gonna pop back up on you, and at least not for a while. So yes, most people, when they go in, they do the amendment, they will owe a balance. Yeah, especially if somebody put $100,000 on your application. Yeah, $100,000 on someone's taxes with no income or nothing. It's like already like $32,000 in taxes already. I mean, it's like it's really, really high. So yeah, I hope that the people who amend their taxes are gonna have some write-offs so that they can lower that amount. Now, I think when you asked the question about triggering an audit, it's hard to say what triggers an audit. I mean, lots of stuff trigger audit. You can't ever really tell. To me, it's always a 50% chance. It's no different than getting out of your car and you know it's 50% chance you might have an accident that day. I mean, it's the same odds. So, you know, I don't buy that amendments automatically trigger audits. I think they can, but I don't think that's always necessary. And I don't think thousands and thousands of people are going to be amending their taxes either. So I think some people will be all right. Okay. All right. So, okay. So someone said, what if I already got my taxes back? Well, if you got your taxes back and then you amend your taxes, if you owe, then you're going to have to pay them back. At some point, believe you me, once stuff slows down at the IRS, they will get a letter out to you telling you how much you owe, and they're going to ask you to pay and tell you different ways that you can pay, so that you can pay them back. So pretty much. Thank you, Chantella, because, you know, I get to talking and won't even think about it. Please share, like, and tag somebody, you know, on whatever platform you're using. I appreciate the support. You know, I want to continue to answer y'all questions because a lot of times this stuff going on, and these are just questions that a lot of us think that people should know, but a lot of people just don't know some of the basic stuff. So once we finish with the news, I'm gonna give y'all some stuff y'all can do now since it's getting ready to be summertime. Since I know people want to get ready to buy a house, I know people want to get ready to buy a new car. Everybody like to level up at summertime, so we're gonna get to that in just a second. But I'm gonna see what other questions y'all got before we go on. Okay. All right, so we talked about those PPP loans. Yeah, y'all only got like what, another week or so before the money's gone. People are still submitting applications. You still can, it's there. SBA still will be working until June 30th. So just because you put your paperwork in on the 30th of May doesn't mean that you won't get approved. I mean, I think you should apply soon, especially if you have a Schedule C or self-employment. And I don't know why some people are afraid. It's crazy to me. The people who don't have jobs are bold and will go apply. But people who actually have businesses or business owners are so busy working that we just let the money fly overhead and you don't apply. And I just do not understand that. And then they get upset when they can't get any money because all of the fraudsters took it. And it's like, well, y'all gonna have to stay in the loop, or that's why y'all gotta watch the show, so that y'all can keep up with the money. Okay, they still got the restaurant revitalization thing. They still got the golly, I mean, SBA got money, but you know, you gotta apply for it. It's getting harder and harder, and the later it is, the more adjustments and rules and things that they are changing about their policies, because they found out that it didn't work and scammers got away. So it's making it harder for you guys. People who are trying to get that $10,000 and that $5,000 grant, the targeted 10,000 and the supplemental 5, a lot of people aren't even getting it. It's so difficult to get 10 grand, but just a year ago, people were getting 200,000 just for putting anything down on application. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, they spend up their money, don't have nothing left. That ain't got nothing to do with me, but I'm just saying, now they trying to get this extra 10 because they broke now, and you can't even get it. It's just so hard. Don't say not to get it, or don't try to get it, but it's very difficult to try to get those right now, okay? Says, I have a question about tax offset. I just received a letter saying my taxes will offset. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of people are going to get that. When you filed your taxes, if you didn't remember that you had gotten your stimulus or not, a lot of people said, oh, no, I don't remember if I got it. And then they had the tax preparer put it back so that the stimulus was built in, or the amount of the stimulus was credited back to you, and you thought you were going to get this large return. And a lot of times IRS is like, we paid you. So that's one of the reasons why, I know that's one of the biggest reasons why they're not. They're making adjustments for children, for a lot of stuff. I mean, if you haven't gotten the letter, good. But if you did, you see all the reasons that they gave you. And they try to give you some of those reasons in the when you go to Where's My Refund. I think it's a refund offset is like tax topic 203. I'm not sure, but I believe that's the number. So if you got that, yes, it's offset. And at the moment, the only thing you could do is take the money that they gave you. And if you are want to dispute, you can call them to find out what their process is. They have local IRS offices. You still have to make an appointment to go. But if you want to go to your local IRS office, you can call. I've seen people go up to the place and actually make appointments there. They don't like that. But you could call to try to get an appointment set up so that you can find out why your taxes were offset. Okay. Say what Akon say, I'm locked up. I don't want people to go to jail behind this. You know, so I really don't. I don't want to see people go to jail. I'm just upset that people are lying to people and not telling them stuff, and then they leave this person out to dry. So, and I think that's not cool at all, especially when you're talking about older people, and you know, this is just not cool. Okay. It says, any info on Congress mortgage stimulus program? I don't know what Congress mortgage stimulus program is. That's not a program. That's a whole lot of different things together. I think you're asking about Biden's first time homebuyers program that still has not passed Centuria. I'm gonna tell y'all, there are first time homebuyers programs already out there. You do not have to wait on Joe Biden to give it to you. I told you, Bank of America has them. Chase Bank has them already. If you're here in Brevard County, the Community Housing Initiative, they do a class every month. Right now, I think they only take 10 people because they get filled up. There's NACA, N-A-C-A. I think that stands for like the Neighborhood Association. I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong. But NACA.com. They also have a no money down home buyers program. And as long as your credit is good to go, you can be in a house in 90 days. Not made up. That's a true story. You can actually look this up on YouTube for yourself. They actually make a lot of homeowner videos. Okay. And if you are on YouTube, make sure you stop by the Shamika Saves page and like it. Okay. Because I am going to be bringing y'all a lot of new content. Okay. All right. Is it too late to ask the IRS for an extension? Yes, it's too late. But this is what's crazy. We could still file taxes. We were able to file somebody's taxes today, and it still was able to e-file, although tax season is over, but it still allowed us to do so. So, yes, it's too late to file an extension. You can still file your taxes. Okay, I do not want you to think that because you can't do an extension, you can't file your taxes. You absolutely can. You just will be assessed whatever penalty that is. And that's usually a little small percentage. It's really not even that much, especially if you go ahead and get your taxes in kind of soon. All right, so don't delay. If you haven't filed your taxes, please do. And stop all that. Somebody told me I ain't got nothing but I got 3 years. Because some of y'all forget 3 years to file. And then you got all these years you haven't filed. And then you can't even get a stimulus. You know, not saying I hope we have another situation again. But if we do, I hope this pandemic has showed you guys what you need to do so that you don't get caught out there the next time. Okay. It looks like the sun is setting. So it's like all in my face. So I'm going to try to see how long I can stand it. But if not, I'm going to go close that window. All right. Love Rody says, I haven't received my third stimulus. Have you checked Get My Payment? And if you haven't, you should. If you have and it's saying still processing or not giving you any information, that could be based off of whatever was going on with your tax refund. Okay, so your tax refund does affect your stimulus in a lot of ways. Okay, I would have to know your situation specifically to be able to give you the best answer, but that is about generally why you haven't gotten it yet. Okay, all right, so when should we get the unemployment refund? It looks like y'all might not even be getting it anytime soon. I went on, I'm gonna give y'all another website, unemployment, P-U-A, unemploymentpua.com. This is a free site. If y'all feel generous, make sure y'all donate to this site because they actually track all the states. So this is where I get a lot of my information from. And I didn't see anything about a refund. And it looks like right now they're just trying to get y'all paid until they run out or until they stop the benefits, because they are going to be cutting them in certain states. And it looks like, I think so far it's like 10 states. So people either going to get back to work or they're going to get back to something else, because money is about to definitely dry up for a lot of people who have been waiting on that. Now, the good news is, for those of you who've been stuck and do have a back payment due, I believe that once they get all of this other stuff out of the way, a lot of y'all will get y'all back payment that y'all been waiting on, because now they can actually get to you. Okay, because right now they bombarded. They got too much going on. So, so for those who got nice large amounts of back pay, you should be one of those people that should be able to get somebody on the phone now and get your situation worked out. Okay. All right. So it says, look at that. Says, when should we get the, I read that one. It says, to student loans, but I thought they were paused. Student loans are still paused. And when we say paused, meaning you don't have to make any payments and you don't have to, and you're not assessed any interest. So that is what the government came up with. Y'all know I got to close this window because I can't do it. Okay. I'm not a committee. Ooh, I look all sun-kissed though, right? But I can't do it on this screen. So give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Don't be trying to look at my booty either. All right. So, what I was gonna say. So the student loans, the payment portion is paused. But I'm gonna say again, I'm gonna keep telling y'all about it. Take advantage of these programs. If you know you went to one of those schools that qualify for the student loan forgiveness, please stop waiting and do your application. I actually did an application, and although it's like 24 pages, only maybe like 8 or 9 of them really had to be filled out. Okay, so I'm telling y'all, if you know you went to Everest, please stop waiting. And I know you know somebody who went to Everest. Matter of fact, tag somebody who went to Everest or one of their relatives and tell them they need to go get that student loan wiped off and wiped off their credit. Okay. Now, let's see. And Dwight says, no, Chantella says it's messed up. They're trying to take that extra $300. Yes, that they are. They are not. They couldn't wait to tell people to go back to work. I'm just telling y'all that right now. They could not wait. Okay. So if you're waiting on an unemployment refund, I'm gonna tell you to sit tight and wouldn't wait to get it anytime soon. But it is coming. Okay. So I did a video the other day talking about general delivery. I'm just bringing this to y'all because a lot of people just do not know, and I'm always surprised of all the stuff that's out there that we just don't know about. So if you have somebody in your house, and I'm gonna break this down. It's so much easier to do this on live than it is in the video because you got to go fast. So basically look at it like this. if you have somebody on your lease in your house, if you try to kick them out, you can't, because they get mail at your address. Majority of the states have that as a rule. So now you got to wait 14, 15 days for this person to go because they've been getting mail at your house. But now you could change that with general delivery. Okay, so general delivery is a free post office box for homeless. Okay, so now, yes, it's supposed to, I'm not gonna say supposed to, because it did not state that it had to be an actual homeless, someone that's actually sleeping out on the sidewalk type of homeless. Okay, they did not state that, and this came from U.S. Postal Service. But you have people who are transients and they don't have an address because they move around a lot. Those people can qualify for a post office box. And now, I'm not saying you can ride the program for years and years and years, but you could at least for a little while, ladies, okay? Especially before you let them take on your address and then you find out you don't like the person and you can't make them leave, okay? And I'm speaking of this from my own personal experience I had, and it's not with men, but I did. I had somebody in my house and I wanted them to leave, and I said, get out, and they called the police, and the police was like, well, we can't make them leave. They get mail here. And I'm like, oh, so now I know what to do. So when somebody want to come in your area, in your space, and you don't know if you want them to stay a long time, tell them, take them down to the post office, ask for the postmaster, and tell them you want to do general delivery, okay? So that's just a little gem if you want to use it, all right? Taxes. Hey, Raquel. It's sad. So I'm telling you, this weekend, a lot of people did get my, where's my refund, and it had updated. So I'm telling you to please check it this week, okay? They always update like overnight. So you can check it late at night or first thing in the morning, okay? So I'm sorry that it's been a while, but it's been a lot of people who have not gotten their money. And that's because, and I know your situation, you know, you got the new baby, you got the, let me see, the baby, you got the unemployment too. So it's a lot of things that change that IRS has to go back and refigure or recalculate. And that is what held up you and a lot of other people. So sorry. But I hope you get it soon. And Chantel, what I said that was funny. I'm telling the truth. We got to get these, we can't be just letting these people move in, right? And we don't know, nothing about them. All right, so someone said, I still need credit repair. We're great, because let's talk about that really quick. Who asked you for proof? Let me go back real quick before I talk about it, because I know this credit repair, I can get on it. It says how to get rental assistance. I heard you can get help up to 17 months. Okay, yes, thank you for bringing it up. So you can get rental assistance if you're in Florida, okay? And I wanted to wait to do this late because I know y'all will log off. All right, so what is it? Out Florida. Okay, so if you're in Florida, you can go to the website ourflorida.com. This and thank you to the one of my tipsters who brought the website to me. And if you guys have tips, you can see my inbox. I mean, my email on my page. You can drop me an inbox, but I love to give info because all I do is repackage it and give it back to y'all, to other people who do not know. But you can go to ourflorida.com. They are now, and this is through DCF. So if you're on benefits, okay, DCF is actually helping you do your emergency rental assistance. They're getting you money. They did not say that you can't go to anyone else to get money, but they are doing it. The site seemed to go live. To me, I just heard about it this weekend. So to me, that's when it went live. But it's ourflorida.com for individuals who are in other states. If you are looking for rental assistance, you should go to your local county. What I do is I go to Twitter and I just go to my county. I look up my county or my state, and they have to post it on social media, okay? But they just know a lot of y'all not gonna go look them up because ain't nobody on social media to look up the government. Everybody's on social media for the drama, right? So, but I'm that nerdy one that's on social media looking up the government stuff, and that's how I find out who is putting out money, who has money. So if you every state has a Facebook or not state, yeah, state, county, whatever, they should have a Twitter or a Facebook business page. Twitter to me is the one that I think you should go. It's more used and more visitors go, but you can find out about that. But our Florida assistance. Yes, Isaac, there is PPP money left. Questions, we're real business owners, and we're almost at the end, okay? Yes. All right, so Love Rody says if you're in St. Lucie County, they are paying your rent for a whole year. So the money is out there. It's just, if y'all notice, everybody's being all shh about it. They're not making a big bang like they did the first time when they were helping people cover rent. Now it's like you got to go and dig for it. But I'm telling you, if you need rental assistance, it is out there because the money was given out to the states through this third stimulus package. You just got to go dig and find it, because they're not going to make it easy for you to find. Don't ask me why, but that's just what I have seen. It's not easy to access that information, okay? It says, I filed my taxes in February, but they didn't give me refund. Yes, you are going to have to wait. I am so sorry. That's happening a lot of places. It says, primary budgeting is necessary. They're approving for a payment, not a mortgage, and the house has to be your primary residence. That is exactly right. Just Shanna today. I think it's Shanna today. What it says, have you heard of that before from receiving the letter? Yes, I have heard of people getting their taxes offset. How can I check the status of my PPP loan? You can check the status of your PPP loan through the bank you applied through. If you do not know if someone got a PPP loan in your name, you can go to covidloantracker.com. Let me say that again. covidloantracker.com. You can put in your name and you can see if someone has gotten a loan in your name. Now, I'm going to tell you, some people have found out when they went, somebody got a loan in their name. So just be prepared. And if you do see it, before you panic, all you got to do is contact 2 people, maybe 3. 1 would be the police to make yourself a police report. 2 would be the bank that issued the loan. You will see it on COVID Loan Tracker. If it has the amount of the loan you got, it will list the bank that gave you the loan, so you can contact them. And 3, you can also contact SBA to let them know as well. Although SBA, people think that this is not, SBA and PPP aren't the same. They're not the same program, but the money all comes from SBA. So I'm sure they're going to want to know. And then the reason why I'm telling you to contact them is because if somebody got a loan in your business name for PPP, they most absolutely try for EIDL, okay? So there are people who found out when they went to get their taxes done, somebody stole their information and applied for a PPP loan, and they had no idea, okay? And so I'm just telling you to go to COVID Loan Tracker, and you can go in there and see. Now, you could be messy and go and see other people's loans too, okay? But that ain't none of your business. You're supposed to go there and look for your own and get off, okay? That's what you're supposed to do. Go look and then log off, all right? So that's how you can go and check. And it says, is it true that the funds are dried up? That is not true at all. Blue Acorn still has money. There are banks called CDFIs. I'm not a banking person per se, but those banks seem to have some money left over. And because they went into all the big banks and got all the money at the big banks, but not these small banks. So Blue Acorn is one of the places I know that is dealing with that. But I'm going to tell you the difference with the PPP application that has changed. They are not allowing you to make a draft tax return. Why? Tax season has ended. So they are assuming that you filed your taxes. So if you try to go and get a PPP loan and you put in some information that don't match your taxes, don't even waste your time. If you think you're going to go and put something on there and don't have to upload a Schedule C, don't waste your time. But if you do have a Schedule C, and if you do not know what I'm talking about, pull out your tax forms. You should get them every time you leave your tax person every year. But pull out your tax form. Look at the top left. Okay, top left will say 1040. It'll say Schedule A, Schedule 1, Schedule C. If you're self-employment or 1099, okay? Some of y'all probably been 1099, but the person who's been doing your taxes never filed self-employment. I don't know why. You've been missing out on some money. I'm sorry, just want to tell you that. But if you have that and you have some numbers in line number 7 on your Schedule C, $2,000 or more, you can go and get you a loan, okay? It won't be much if you got $2,000. I'm just telling you right now, you got to have at least a decent amount to get something. But hey, if somebody want to give you $500 that you can write off as forgivable, take it, okay? Maybe God bless you. Okay, let me see. Someone said, same thing for them using your name for fraudulent unemployment claim. Oh, you know what, Chantel? Thank you for saying that. I have like 3 18-year-old girls found out when they tried to get unemployment that somebody else filed in their name, not to mention the people who are getting unemployment. When they got their back pay, somebody logged in and changed the banking information and they got all the back pay. So if you know your information has been leaked, you need to definitely put a fraud alert on your credit. Okay, it is easy as 1, 2, 3. You can call over the phone, put a fraud alert on it. Now, yes, it makes it a pain in the you know what when you try to go to a car lot and now you got to have Experian or TransUnion or Equifax call you. But who cares? I'd rather have the peace of mind knowing that if anybody going to be doing anything with my credit, it's going to be me. And yes, I know if I apply for anything, yeah, I'm going to get denied. Automatically. Why? Because they can't assess my credit. But that makes me feel comfortable. And I think it would make you guys feel comfortable too. Because some of y'all just being reckless out here and you give out your social to anybody. Okay. And then you wonder why you're a victim. Well, that's why. Okay. And just so you know, no government agency gonna call you and ask you for your social security number. So please, if somebody call you saying it from the IRS, they lying. If they saying they calling from the SBA, they're lying. They don't ask for that. Okay. They don't. All right, so somebody said it's Smart Biz and SBA the same. No. Smart Biz is a lender. SBA is the one who gave them the money to lend to you, okay? SBA is up here and everybody else down here. Wampler, Smart Biz, Biz Credit, Blue Acorn, Blue, the other Blue. I forgot what the other one is. But those are all lenders, okay? They're the bank. All right. Let's see. Okay. So let's get to this credit repair and then I'm gonna let y'all go. We're not even really talking about credit here. Actually, we're gonna talk about your bank credit reports. I call them a credit report, although it's not necessarily a credit report, but it is your banking history report. It is telecheck, early warning systems, and also let me get it. Telecheck, check systems. So telecheck, check systems, and early warning systems. Okay, so I'm gonna put these links. Now, if you're on TikTok, I already have a video with the links in the comments. But you can always click the link in my bio, anybody, to reach out to me so you can do one-on-one. I can give you this information. But let me tell you why I want y'all to go and look at these reports. I want you guys to go and pull your free bank credit report. Okay, I say credit report because I need to get you in the mindset that this is as serious as your credit reports from Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Y'all wondering why you can't get a bank account, but this is why. This is not the season not to have a bank account. Okay, you're gonna need checking the savings. And no offense to Chime, I love Chime, but we need to be able to get y'all real banks so when you go and you're trying to get these loans, you can actually use them. Okay, Walmart Money Card is not a bank account. Okay, I'm sorry, it's not. I need you to be able to walk in somewhere. I need you to be able to get some checkbooks and just not that debit card. All right. So go and pull those reports. They're gonna take about 7 to 14 days, maybe 21. Just it depends on how busy they are. And get your reports and see if any bank has reported anything about you that is not true. And if it is true, call and settle it. You can also dispute, just like you can do a credit report. There are lots of things that you can do, but you definitely need to make sure your bank is not saying, or your bank report isn't saying something about you that you don't want it to, because that's why you can't get a bank account. So when people come to me and I ask them who they bank with and they tell me Chime, I already know credit is probably suffering. And this person owe a bank. They didn't pay somebody something. All right. And I'm going to tell you why I want you guys to get a bank account. I want you to get a bank account so that you, you need to be banked. Okay. There are tons and tons of people in the world that are unbanked. And when I say unbanked, meaning they don't have, you can go to a credit union and you don't have to pay any monthly fees. Okay. So there's no reason, in my opinion, unless you just living completely off the grid, not to go and get a bank account and get those reports so you can see. You guys will be surprised. You're going to have forgotten about that bank account you had at 18. And you're going to be like, oh, dang, I was overdrafted that many times. Oh, the report tells you a lot of stuff about you, okay? I got another one, but I ain't going to tell you all about that one today. But this one, I just want you guys to do it so that you have, one, access to bank, but two, I want you guys to start getting in the habit of using a credit card and not a debit card, all right? And the reason why is because there's so much fraud going on. I'm only saying this stuff from a consumer perspective to make y'all to help y'all be protected. But there's so much fraud going on that it is better to have someone steal your credit card information and run your credit card up than it is to steal your banking information and steal all your money out your account. You know why? Because banks don't have to refund you. And they have a shorter amount of time to do their investigation, to get their information back to you. They don't, and then they're not even responsible for 100% of whatever it is. You still have to pay some of that out of it if someone takes money from you through your debit card. But if you have a credit card, you are 100% covered. You get a 100% refund, and they give you your credit right back instantly. The bank sometimes will, sometimes won't, and it depends on what it is. So I want you guys to do two things. I know I gave y'all a lot of websites and stuff, but definitely want y'all to go pull those credit reports or those bank reports from early warning systems, telecheck, and check systems. Okay, they are all free. Go and get them. Let them come in the mail and look over them. Okay, if you don't know how to read them, click my link in the bio. You can do a one-on-one consultation. I do 30 minutes, okay, to help y'all go over so you can read what somebody's saying about you, so you can clean up your act, so you can get these things that you want. This is why you can't get a bank account, okay? All right, so someone said, when you submit for the second draw, will they base everything off of your first draw, or do you have to submit your info from taxes this year? So if you got your first draw of the PPP and you're waiting to get the second draw, Nico, that's a good question. That really is going to depend on two things. If you got your first draw from one bank and then you went right back to that same bank for your second draw, you do not have to submit new documents. The only thing they will ask you to do is to change the amount that you put in. The first PPP loans were most of them were lower if you got them last year because they based them off of line 31. Now they changed it to line 7. So now you get your the loan based off of how much you had in sales versus how much you had in sales minus all your itemizations, okay? So they did it differently the second time. So your second draw could be higher than your first because of that. But if you go to another bank that's not the same bank you went to for the first one, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to apply all over again and submit everything new. Bank statement, driver's license verification, identity verification, and your taxes. And no, they're not letting you do draft taxes at this point. Okay. Hope I answered your question, Nico. All right. So, all right, let me go back and let me see what you said about the collection. Give me a second. Oh, baby girl, if you need credit repair, hit that link in my bio. Let's talk about it. I do offer $20 credit reviews. It's really just me and you on the phone for at least 30, 45 minutes. It really just depends on what we need to talk about. I find out what you need, and I'm going to tell you how to get there. And I do it just as real as raw as I'm talking to you right now. Sometimes some of y'all need to be just told the truth that, hey, this credit is beyond repair and you need to file bankruptcy. Or, hey, you just ain't got no credit. Some of y'all just don't understand what you're working with. And so you need somebody to help you understand that. So hit me up if you want to. Okay. All right. So it says, I missed a lot of your live. How do I get the PPP loan? And what bank you say doing it or what? You can go to Blue Acorn to get that loan if you want one. Got to watch your local cable people too. People opening up cable, etc., with social and run it up. That is so very, very true. And I'm going to say this. I have seen someone call the cable company with a different social security number and made up a name and they got cable. Now, I ain't trying to put the fraud out there, but I am surprised that cable companies don't have a better handle on this. But in honesty, they probably don't care because the only thing they're going to lose if you don't do what you're supposed to do is the equipment, and they have insurance on that. So they don't care if you're around here getting free cable, to be quite honest with you. Cable is overpriced anyway. I love YouTube TV, sorry. But, you know, so they don't care if you call and do fake socials. I'd rather, you know, let me not say that. All I will say is, I don't like it when you mess up your children's credit by putting it in their name. Now, that's not cool because you ain't give them a chance, all right? So, you know, you may have to find a substitute for that, but please don't try to use the baby's credit. It's a mess, all right? But if the same thing, if you find out that something like that happened in your name, same thing. Police report, send that into them credit bureaus to get that stuff off your credit. And report. Okay, I'm telling you, that police report is like an insurance form, and y'all have to know how to use it, and y'all not using it right. Some of y'all don't even want to go down to the police department because y'all been victims, but now you're suffering. Wrong answer. Okay. All right, says I got put in for collection for over $989 from Comcast, and it wasn't even me. Had to spend $50. I'm sure you had to spend $50 to get it off, but proof it wasn't you. But that's exactly right. The credit bureaus do not look or believe what we say. They believe what the creditors say, because that's who pays them to stay into business. If we pay them, they do what we say too, but they don't. Okay. All right. So I think I got all y'all questions. Let me see. Isaac says, sorry, Isaac, let me see. I want to make sure I miss you. If you got the second draw of the PPP and not the first, can you still apply for the first draw? No, if you applied this year in 2020, you will be only applying for the second draw. There is no more first draw because that was last year. I know you might get your first payment and you think that's your first draw, but a lot of people only have enough time for the second draw. There is not another 8 weeks coming up unless they choose to extend the program. That we don't know yet. So if they choose to extend it, then you may have a chance of getting another draw. I don't think that means there's going to be a third draw for people who got first and second. But if they extend it, they would probably only be extending it for people like you who got the PPP loan late. Okay. After May 31st, can you apply? No, not if it depends on when you got the loan. It has to be 8 weeks. So from the time the money dropped into your account, if there's still 8 weeks and it's not June 30th, then it's possible you could get another one, because SBA said they're still going to be working. Okay. So, but if you got it May 15th, there's not 8 weeks left. So you can hang that one up unless they extend it. All right. And it says, you're right. They don't even care over the phone about the cable. I work for them and we see it in the office all the time. Okay, Nikki, I just don't understand. That's because they know that it's just equipment. So it doesn't really matter to them. All right, it says, what's the turnaround time if your application has been submitted to the SBA and is pending a response? What's the average? And I'm assuming you're talking about SBA EIDL. And if you're talking about the increase is taking a long time, 30 days or so for some. Some I've seen less, but not too many. If you're talking about the targeted grant, the 5,000 or the 10,000, you probably should get that back in about 30 days too. If you're doing your initial EIDL application, you should be able to get an answer back for the amount that you were approved for almost instantly. But to find out if you are going to get funded, that could also take about 30 days. SBA has pretty much started everything back over again with having everybody do these increases. So it's just like the first time when the loans came out. So people are going to be applying. So all I can tell you to do is check the portal, and you're going to have to wait. EIDL money does not end until the end of the year. So you have months before that money runs out. It's a PPP that is going to be ended in a couple weeks. Okay. And it says, what was the link to find out if someone stole info to get loan? So I'm going to go over the websites I mentioned earlier. You can go to NACA, NACA.com if you're interested in the first-time home buyer program. If your credit is good, you can get into a house in 90 days or less with them. No money down. That's one. If you're trying to check the status to see if someone got a loan in your name, or if you're just trying to be nosy to see who got a loan, you can go to COVID Loan Tracker. Just type that into Google. COVID Loan Tracker. That is just the tracker that's going to show you who got a loan and what bank it went to. And remember, if you find something that's not you on any situation, always call the police to get a police report and then go to the corresponding agency. So in this case, if it's PPP, it'll be the police, whatever bank you got that money came from. And then, of course, I will always contact the SBA as well. And then if you want to check to see when your state is going to stop paying unemployment benefits, go to unemploymentpua.com, unemploymentpua.com, and you will be able to see it. I did put the link already in the comments on the TikTok video and also on Facebook, so you don't have to go and search for it. So I think I took care of everything. I appreciate you guys watching and looked at. We got done before 8 o'clock. I'll have more information on the child tax credit next week because we're getting ready to roll into June, and the first checks will be coming out in July. So make sure you guys stay tuned. And also, we're going to be having some changes. I know y'all getting ready to go, but we are going to be having some changes. I might end up doing a daily or 3 times a week show just because so much stuff is changing. Instead of doing it once a week, I will keep you guys posted. I appreciate you guys supporting me. I really, really, really enjoy doing this. And I am going to continue to get as much information as I can to keep being able here to answer your questions. And I know the tax season is over, and I'm going to say this, and I probably should have said it in the beginning, but I'm very happy to say that this tax season, we filed in my first season in the office location, 650 people within 5 counties in Florida. And I'm so ecstatic to be able to say we did that with partnership with the IRS Vital program. If anybody has a nonprofit, I think you should holler at me. I got some ways to help you get some grant money. You know, maybe you could do what I did. So I'll hopefully be telling you guys something good soon about that. But right now, I just want to say we got 650 people done, and I'm very excited about it. We did their taxes. This does include individuals who are in prison. So thank you guys for your support. And if you need anything, click the link in my bio on TikTok, and you guys on Facebook, y'all know how to get in touch with me. So I'll see you guys later next Monday, maybe. All right. See y'all 7 p.m. Bye. Take care.